Songs for the Soldiers by Isabella Valancy Crawford. Read by Frank Blissett. Introduction. If songs be sung, let minstrels strike their harps to large and joyous strains, all thunder-winged to beat along vast shores. Aye, let their notes wild into eagles soaring toward the sun, and voiced like bugles bursting through the dawn when armies leap to life. Give them such breasts as hold immortal fires, and they shall fly, swept with our little sphere through all change that waits a whirling world. Joy's an immortal. She hath a fiery fibre in her flesh that will not droop or die. So let her chant the paeans of the dead, where holy grief hath, trembling, thrust the feeble mist aside that veils her dead, and in the wondrous clasp of repossession ceases to be grief. Joy's ample voice shall still roll over all, and chronicle the heroes to young hearts who knew them not. Beside their hoary urns shall leap the laugh of babes, and men shall pause, lifting their little lads to gaze, and say, "Come now, my son, spell the three names aloud, Brown, Moore, and Fitch. Right, my lad, be proud of them. It was a joyous day for us, the day they made that bold burst at Batoche, and with their dead flesh built a wall about our riving land. There's glory on the sword that keeps its scabbard sleep, unless the foe beat at the wall, then freely leaps to light and thrusts to keep the sacred towers of home and the dear lines that map the nation out upon the world. His Mother. In the first dawn she lifted from her bed the holy silver of her noble head, and listened for his tread. Too soon, she murmured, yet I'll keep my vigil longer. Thou, O tender sleep, art but the joy of those who wake and weep. Joy's self hath keen, wide eyes. O flesh of mine, and mine own blood and bone, the very wine of my aged heart, I see thy dear eyes shine. I hear thy tread, thy light, loved footsteps run along the way, eager for that, well done, will weep and kiss to thee, my soldier son. Blessed mother, aye, he lives, yet had he died, blessed were I still. I sent him on the tide of my full heart to save his nation's pride. O God, if that I tremble so today, bowed with such blessings that I cannot pray by speech, a mother prays, dear Lord, alway, in some far fibre of her trembling mind. I'll up. I thought I heard a bugle bind its silver with the silver of the wind. His Wife and Baby. In the lone place of the leaves, where they touch the hanging eaves, there sprang a spray of joyous song that sounded sweet and sturdy. and the baby in the bed raised the shining of his head, and pulled the mother's lids apart to wake and watch the birdie. She kissed lip dimples sweet, the red soles of his feet, the waving palms that patted hers as wind-blown blossoms wander. He twined her tresses silk round his neck as white as milk. Now, baby, say what birdie sings upon his green spray yonder. He sings a-plenty things, just watch him wash his wings. He says Papa will march today with drums home through the city. Here, birdie, here's my cup, you drink the milk all up. I'll kiss you, birdie, now you're washed like baby clean and pretty. She rose. She sought the skies with the twin joys of her eyes. She sent the strong dove of her soul up through the dawning's glory. She kissed upon her hand the glowing golden band that bound the fine scroll of her life and clasped her simple story. His sweetheart. Sylvia's lattices were dark, roses made them narrow. In the dawn there came a spark, armed with an arrow. Blithe he burst by dewy spray, winged by bud and blossom, all undaunted urged his way straight to Sylvia's bosom. Sylvia, 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 he like a bee kept humming. Wake, my sweeting, waken thee, for thy soldier's coming. Sylvia, sleeping in the dawn, dreams that Cupid's trill is roses singing on the lawn, courting crested lilies. Sylvia smiles and Sylvia sleeps. Sylvia weeps and slumbers. Cupid to her pink ear creeps, pipes his pretty numbers. Sylvia dreams that bugles play, hears a martial drumming. Sylvia springs to meet the day with her soldier coming. Happy Sylvia, on thee wait all the gracious graces. Venus mild her cestus plait round thy lawns and laces. Flora fling a flower most fair, Hope a rainbow lend thee. All the nymphs to Cupid dear on this day befriend thee. Sylvia, 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 hear how he keeps a-humming, laughing in her jeweled ear. Sweet, thy soldier's coming. That was Songs for the Soldiers by Isabella Valancy Crawford, read by Frank Blissett.